What is going on, guys? It's your boy Big Dyllan and welcome back to another Destiny video. Let's see if I can actually record this time properly without stuttering up and messing up. But the thing I want to talk about in this video is positioning in Destiny. A lot of people may be thinking, well, what do you mean by positioning? And what I mean by that is peeking the right lanes and the right angles and making the right decisions on your placement in the map to become a better player. Now, positioning in Destiny will make you instantly get more kills, it'll make you die less, and overall your KD will improve over time. Positioning is a key part to being good at pretty much any FPS. Setting yourself up in the right position on a map can be huge. It can make you win games, okay? Now, the first round of this match, I got 2 kills on the people on Catwalk, and then the second one I ended up getting sniped, which is kind of ironic with what I'm going to say in a minute. But that first round, the enemies that peaked that lane should not have peaked that lane, you know? They should have already been looking at my loadout, they should have seen that I was sniping, they should have seen that I was going to be peeking sniper lanes, which one of the main sniper lanes people like to peek on Anomaly is going to be B flag, like B platform, okay? So I can get to B ramp before the enemy team can get onto their side of Catwalk and be peeking that lane. So they should have instantly known that that was a bad idea to be peeking the angle, because I was already pre-aiming, I had a sniper out. All I had to do was adjust my crosshair and pop the heads off, and then obviously that's just a free death and a free kill for me, you know? Excuse me. So positioning in Destiny is huge. Trying to think of how your enemy is going to play as well. You know, a lot of people when they play Destiny, they just play Destiny. You know, there's a lot of casual players in Destiny that don't really care what happens, and that's fine. Okay, but for the people that are trying to improve as a player and try and get more intelligent at the game, try and learn about things, positioning is always huge. Now it varies between playstyles. Obviously, if you're an aggressive player, you push it with a hand cannon constantly, then your positioning is going to be a little bit different as to someone that uses a scout rifle. Obviously, someone that uses a scout rifle is going to be usually sat a little bit further back. They're going to be sort of picking off people, obviously, that are trying to engage in gunfights with maybe teammates. They're going to be choosing their gunfights at a much longer distance. They're setting themselves up for success, which is also what you want to do with a scout rifle. You don't want to be within hand cannon range, because a 3-tap with a hand cannon is a much faster time to kill than a 4-tap to the head with Mida. So you always want to pace yourself at distance when you're using a scout rifle. Now with a hand cannon, I've noticed a lot of people just seem to bum rush and they don't really pay attention to where they are on the map, and this can lead to a lot of silly and pointless deaths. Another thing I've actually noticed as well is I feel like when people snipe, they seem to, especially in like elimination game modes, they'll sort of sit in spawn and they won't push up with their teammates. They'll play so heavily on their icebreaker or sniper rifle. You know, they play so much about trying to get a sniper kill that they never think to use their primary and push up with their teammates, and they hinder their teammates' obviously performance by not pushing up with them. Just because you've got a sniper doesn't mean you have to use it 24/7. You know, obviously a sniper is someone that obviously can rotate around the map, especially in games like Halo. When you're a sniper, you rotate with your teammates to push angles that your teammates wouldn't necessarily have. So, like I said, it varies between playstyles, but there is always better positions to put yourself on the map and better angles to be peeking. One key thing that I would always say is always try and stick near cover. Make sure you've always got an escape route. Make sure that you've always got cover to dip behind and take cover in, which can be huge in certain situations. If you need to quickly, say if you see 2 people, you know, obviously you only saw one red blip on your radar, but there's actually 2 people there and you're peeking the doorway. Make sure that you can quickly jump behind that doorway and quickly escape out of that. You don't want to be challenging a 1v2 9 times out of 10, because you'll probably lose that with a slow time to kill in Destiny at the moment. So there's always a correct way to peek and a correct lane to be pushing. For example, this game gameplay right now, I think I've made a video with this gameplay in the past, but it was a salvage on Black Shield. Now, the enemy should have already come to a, obviously, should have already been thinking, obviously I'm a Titan, I'm using a sniper rifle, so those two things. Titan is the fastest class in the game. It means I can get to positions before any other person in the game. And a sniper means I'm going to be peeking sniper lanes, long lanes of sight. So obviously they would have known that obviously in salvage the first node is inside, so I'm going to be running inside straight off a spawn. And the first sniper lane to peek is just off to the left of the doorway as soon as I go in, and I get a free kill because of that. Now, obviously because he was slow, obviously he would have obviously got there a little bit later than me. Obviously with me Titan skating in, I would have got there a little bit before and I would have caught him off guard. Now, it's just all about thinking how the situation is probably going to go down before it's even happened. A lot of people don't think like this. I've noticed it in certain players. One of the best examples I can give you, like the past week, well last week actually, I was playing on my Titan for the entire week. Now I set a challenge for myself to get a 2 KD on my Titan. My KD before that was like a 1.93, I think it was somewhere around there, like a 1.93ish, and just in that 1 week of playing Titan consistently in Crucible, I've gone to like a 2.04. Although it's not a huge improvement, just from 1 week of playing, it's still pretty, it's still quite a marginal, it's still an increase in KD, that's me placing myself in better angles. I'm peeking the right lanes when I should be. I'm not overextending and challenging dumb gunfights that I shouldn't be challenging. A lot of people when they play Destiny, they get really sort of, I've noticed it myself a lot. Even at times with certain people when I play with them, they'll overextend when they don't need to. They have map control, they have both reses down in a trials game, but yet they're still running off and they're challenging this doorway with a sniper rifle, and they get popped in the head, and then the round goes completely sideways because then that person then gets cocky, then they then push up, they then throw a grenade, they get us weak, they tag us with in the body with a hand cannon, they clean us up, and then it's a 1v1 and then the round slips on the other side and then you lose. I've seen it happen so many times, and it's all about working together with your teammates, predicting where your team, obviously the enemy is going to be going, what they're using. I can't express enough about just inspecting like the entire lobby, just to have a look what your teammates are using, have a look what the enemies are using, see what sort of playstyles, see what sort of people you're playing with or against. You're not going to hurt anyone just by having a look at a loadout, and I've seen it so many times. Rift is like one of the main game modes where it's just like nobody knows what they're doing in Rift. For example, like Black Shield in Rift, like I see it all the time. People going inside in Rift on Black Shield. It's a completely pointless angle to be peeking. Like you're not challenging ground, you're not pushing the objective, you're not fighting anything. You're just being a nuisance to your team by going inside. There's literally no point of going inside unless you're playing salvage for the first probe. Other than that, I mean, you might as well just go outside. Even in trials, going inside is setting yourself up for failure. Just like always push the objective. And I made a video on this in the past, about I think a couple of days ago now. Is play the objectives and position yourself around your objectives, because in Destiny 2 this is going to be something that is going to be so much more needed to win games. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.
Enough. This battle was one-sided.